Welcome to Picksburgh, everyone. My name is Anthony. Welcome to another edition of Collecting Profits, episode number 13 already. Lucky number 13. We got such a wonderful guest this week. Before we get to him, I want to introduce my co-host, Michael, over at Huddle Card Collection. Michael, how you doing this week, my brother?
Doing wonderful. Thanks for having me this week. Much appreciated. Looking forward to this. Gonna be my first time personally ever speaking to a card show promoter. So I'm excited. I don't know what I'm gonna ask yet, but I'm excited.
This guy's a wealth of knowledge, man.
He is. Well, you can tell by the chat he is when he's in
Absolutely.
there, show after show and everything. So, Mark, welcome. Thank you for coming by.
Michael, Anthony, I appreciate it. Appreciate the invitation and the opportunity. Go in front of your audience. We got the big show coming up this Saturday, March 25th. We're at the Washington Crown Center. It's a sports card showcase brought to you by PittsburghCardShow.com.
What I'm going to do is put that in the chat here as well. So that way, anybody wants to check out the website. What's up, Dave Dilla? Good to see you, brother.
Dave Dilla.
Anybody wants to check out the website, definitely suggest you to go take a look at it. Mark's going to be doing some really big things here in Pittsburgh, and I'm excited about it because obviously I live in Pittsburgh. So and anytime the hobby starts to boom in my hometown, I get really excited. So I'm going to pin this comment here. So throughout the show, anyone can go and take a look at the website. Now, Mark, are you guys still accepting anyone for tables, or are you jam-packed? I know you guys have already had to expand into a completely new building because obviously you ran out of tables.
Without a doubt, we were very welcoming for the amount of feedback and just the outreach of the card community from the dealers, people we've been dealing with for years. And, after the pandemic here, this is probably one of the biggest shows that have hit the area. And just the overwhelming response from the card community, the dealers, just our customers, people attending the show, the phone calls. It's been pretty impressive, and I couldn't ask for any better results going up to this point. But to answer the question, we are doing our final layout of the room actually tomorrow. We might have a couple tables here and there that we can put in, but we are basically jammed up 175 plus tables. So we're really looking forward to seeing everyone coming out Saturday morning. Doors open up at 9 a.m.
It's going to be awesome. What's up, Chef? Good to see you, brother. Another guy that's going to be set up, Chef Marte. A lot of you guys might know him from the channel. He's the guy that rips obscene amounts of wax. But a lot of those really big hits that he's pulled on the channel and sent off to PSA for grading and stuff, he's going to actually have there and set up at the show. So definitely come out. I know Mark was saying that there's going to be guys, was there 8 different states represented in vendors setting up at the show?
We have vendors from 8 different states. It's wonderful going to the local shows, your mall shows and your local fire hall shows and everything. But this show, we got people coming from 8 states. We have Nash Cards coming in from Tennessee. They'll be accepting PSA, SGC, and Beckett submissions live at the show. So bring your cards out to get graded. A lot of people don't know, or they're a little bit unfamiliar with the grading process. They'll sit down with you, do everything for you. You'll register up onto their portal and give them the cards. And what's really, I just want to say, I didn't even know this until today, but at the time you submit your cards, you don't have to have payment up front. They wait till the cards pop. Once the cards pop, then you pay. So, depending on who you're sending it to, you may not have to pay that for a week or two, maybe PSA 3 weeks down the road. So bring them all out. If you got cards that you want graded, definitely, come on out to the show. They'll be there all day long in our corporate area. And, we have some other great corporate sponsors as well. Locally, we have First and Goal Sports Cards. They're located up at South Hills Village Mall. Mark Caputo, super, super nice guy and fellow show promoter himself.
Yeah, he puts in some great shows.
Yeah, he has over the years. Some of the first shows I ever done, going all the way back to Century 3 Mall, was Mark Caputo's show. So, I always got to thank the people that came ahead of me putting on shows. And, when I start talking about show promoters and everything, I got to say, without swearing, the effing show king, Joe Sedlock, amazing guy. I like to call him the godfather of all shows in this area. He's just an amazing individual and, has really done a lot for the card community over the past decades. He's absolutely outstanding. So shout out to Joe Sedlock. You're amazing. He'll be at the show as well on Saturday, and, looking forward to seeing him there at the show as well. But with our other sponsors, we have Barry's Art World, who has supplied a lot of great giveaways for our door prizes. When you come to the show on Saturday, all you have to do is come up to the show's main kiosk, and that's at the Washington Crown Center in Washington, PA, 1500 West Chestnut Street. If you go up to the main kiosk, just register your name, email address, and we'll be pulling names all day starting at 11 o'clock on the hour from 11, 12, 1, and 2 o'clock. We have thousands of dollars in giveaways. We have Barry's Art Worlds, and Barry, if you're not familiar with Barry, he does different variations of all the Panini Downtown cards, and we have a lot of those examples there at the show as well. Some amazing artwork, and the guy is just one of the most talented guys in the world I've ever seen, especially with the sports art and the different collectibles. He takes the downtown avenue to a whole nother level. The guy's outstanding. And just a couple of our other sponsors as well. We have the Card Gallery 25 and Oilers Titans Star 1. Those are their eBay names. Adam, he has a store on Southside on East Carson Street. The Card Gallery 25. I would definitely go down and pay him a little bit of a look there. His store is pretty nice, and he has a little bit more stuff other than sports cards, a lot of collectibles, and just some amazing stuff, old Coke signs and, just some vintage classic furniture and a whole bunch of other avenues that he has, plus his amazing sports card collection. So Adam, Card Gallery 25, we appreciate him with all of his additions to the show as well.
Hey, real quick, I got, hey, chat, Mark just mentioned that, that Barry's Art World. Go to that PittsburghCardShow.com website. There's some examples. Holy crap.
Yeah, he's pretty amazing.
That's unbelievable. The Jerome Bettis.
I'll pull some up.
Wow.
And what's amazing as well is, you can actually have him do a private drawing for you as well. Like if you wanted, like whoever your favorite player might be, if you wanted a TJ Watt or like Roberto Clemente in baseball or any other sports, it's just amazing what he has in his talent level, and he turns them out. He just released the Kenny Pickett the other day, and we got Barry's Art World coming up on the website right now. There's
that is really cool. I love that, all the different Pittsburgh stuff. That's really nice.
The Josh Allen is crazy.
Wow.
But a question about Nash. The people who come up with Nash cards, will they sit with somebody and look at their cards and say, hey, I don't know if I would send these 3 or 4 in. They're not going to get good grades. Is that a service you could pay for, or do they kind of do that for you when you submit with them?
A lot of people, they have like a review service, and there's, a couple people that are local as well that have review services for grading cards and everything. I'm sure, they'll have several representatives at the show, and you can sit down with them, and, they can kind of give you a quick eye look at everything. Do you think this is, worthy of getting something submitted? But it always comes down to the customer, basically.
True.
Everyone has their own little PC that maybe it's a card that, you won't, most normal people would not get graded. And Anthony, I'm going to look at you with all your Cavs collection and all the crazy submissions I've seen you have and over the days. And wow,
Like most people wouldn't grade Anderson Vereshao.
but it's all on who you like and what you like. I just started myself collecting Rodolfo Castro for the Pirates, and the first 5 hits he had in his career were all home runs, and kind of worked on me right now. He's still young. He's going to be the Pirates second baseman, so that's always a good thing. So I'm a Rodolfo Castro super collector, so I'll be getting a lot of his cards graded as well.
That's awesome.
I
I'll have to bring you some, man. I'll have to dig through my boxes at the show.
We appreciate that, and there's a lot of signed memorabilia that's going to be there at the show as well, with all the vendors and everything. And as you just pulled up on the website, from 12 to 1, bring the kids out. Kids of all ages. We got the Pirate Parrot's going to be in the house from 12 o'clock to 1 o'clock, and he's just amazing with people out there and the kids. And sometimes you might see him at the ball game or outside PNC Park on Sundays for the kids zone before the game, and there's always long lines to get your picture taken with a parrot. Well, you might not have the longest lines at the card show, and he's there for a full hour, so come on out, get your picture with a parrot and have some fun with that.
Yeah, it's going to be awesome. I actually already got a Pirate Parrot card sitting over on my shelf here that I'm literally waiting to bring. So I'm pretty excited about it.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
What I want to know is the Parrot down for a pack battle? He's coming to a card show. Is he prepared to throw down?
Hey, we're going to have a lot of people going live like yourself at the card show. And we have a couple vendors as well. We're going to have like a little breakers row. We have a lot of people doing some live breaks during the show, so that's another thing. Come on out, do some pack wars, box wars. There's gonna be live breaks at the show. We have a couple vendors giving away spots for breaks as well, and it's just gonna be a very card friendly, card community friendly show. And we're trying to do stuff that other people are not doing, or the best part of flattery is, you see other people doing things correctly. At the National, they had a big Breakers Pavilion and everything. Obviously, we're not as big, but, we're trying to do it more on a local level and give people that opportunity. Everyone tries to buy in a break online and everything, but come on out to the card show, sit down, do a live break with these breakers. They're going to have a great time. A lot of different products to be breaking out there. And let me go back to Joe Shedlock. He's going to have a ton of wax there and just a lot of great stuff that's going to be at the show. So I'm really looking forward and really excited for it.
Yeah, it's going to be awesome. I love how Dom asked if the Parrot's going to have security in right away without missing a beat. The Fanatic is the security guard. So we have both, I guess, Pennsylvania mascots accounted for.
We love the Philly Fanatic and love the people of Philadelphia, even though they may not love us at times, but they have an incredible, dedicated fan base, and we have a lot of people coming up from the Philadelphia area for the show. Like I said, we have dealers from 8 different states coming up for the show, and I have a lot of people from the Philadelphia area and New Stanton and Scranton, PA. all on that side of the state. So I'm really looking forward to meeting a lot of the collectors out there, and just want everyone to really have a great time. We are going to be there from 9 till 4, but it is with the new location being switched over to the Washington Crown Center. It does give us the opportunity to stay past the 4 o'clock hour as well, as long as we're there during the mall hours, because I do expect for it to be extremely busy and a lot of collectors coming on, and really looking forward to the show. So, the 4 o'clock isn't the end all break all. There'll be a lot of dealers there past 4 o'clock. But 9 to 4 is the main beef of the show, and when a lot of the giveaways and everything are happening as well.
Nice. Yeah.
So,
good. I don't mean to cut you off.
No, I have to, because I'm going to take a step back. So if you got something relative to this, go right ahead.
No, I was just going to say, and we'll be having some giveaways over at the Picksburgh table as well. We'll be one of the breaks that's going on. I'm going to be doing an NBA basketball break. So we'll be doing a couple blaster boxes of, 2021, 2022, 2023 type products. And I think what I might do is reserve one team as like a YouTube giveaway, because we'll be streaming during the whole event as well. So anyone that actually wants to participate in the Pittsburgh Card Show that can't physically make it, like say you're on the other side of the country or in a different country, you can come to Picksburgh and actually see my vendor booth and a little bit of what's happening live at the show. Plus, like Mark said, there's going to be a lot of other content creators there from pretty much all over the country, making vlogs, live streams, posts, and stuff all about it. So it should be a really, really fun time. But yeah, whatever you were going to say, Michael, my bad.
So I wanted to just go back a little bit and say, hey, Mark, so what was the draw to get into the promotion business for you? What was there? Was there a need that you saw, or you felt, or like, what made you get into being a promoter?
Well, I've been in the card business now for over 30 years, and back, pre-COVID, attending a lot of card shows and promoting some smaller card shows, nothing on this scale, 40, 50 table shows like a lot of promoters do. I just felt a need, especially after COVID, and a lot of people kind of broke away from going out in the card community and everything, and the shows, they were more of a smaller base, and there wasn't that bigger grand type of show to have out there. There's a lot of the different mall shows and everything, and some of the mall shows, we have Joe coming up. Keep on mentioning Joe, it's kind of hard not to. He has a show coming up at Westmoreland Mall, and it's one of the bigger mall shows out there. It's actually 2 levels of show up in the mall, so It's pretty awesome. One of my favorite local shows to go to. That's on April 21st, 2nd, and 3rd. And it's nice too. You can actually break away from the show a little bit. There's a little casino action going over there at the live casino. So kind of gives you that little bit of a break from the card show for a couple days. But amazing shows, and you just pick up a little bit from every show. You go out to different shows, you see people doing different things, and the greatest form of flattery is just basically stealing an idea and using that idea and trying to make ideas a little bit better and putting it all together. That's what we're trying to do here. And we're doing a lot of different stuff. We're giving away goodie bags to the first 50 kids that come up into the show up at the main kiosk and everything. And the goodie bags, they're locked and loaded. Gary V from V Friends and Vanderduck Media is just amazing. We worked with Gary V and Adam Rips on this to help load up our kids' goodie bags. And awesome. There's little Gary V sets. There's his V Friend cards. I have a couple just like right here, some graded ones, if we can get those in here.
Oh, wow.
Well, that's cool.
And they're going to be put in the kids' goodie bags with, other Gary V cards that's out there. He has little special sets from Topps and Bowman. And, we're putting unopened packs in these bags. And there's a couple kids that will get like a little tab for credit at the show. I remember as a kid going to the show, being 10 years old, and my grandmother slipped me a 20 on the side to have fun at the show, and I thought it was the greatest thing in the world. So we're kind of trying to pass that along as well.
You know something awesome? If I go to a show out of town, my mom still does that.
There you go.
Gotta love parents like that, man. That's awesome.
Without a doubt. And that's what it's all about too, is doing things to help the younger generation in the hobby. The kids, they're the most important part of the hobby because they're the future of the hobby. And, we've done so much stuff in the hobby and enjoyed the hobby so much. It's time to give back. We're bringing the parrot in for the kids. We got the kids' bags. We'll be giving away spots and do like a kids' break at the show and just doing a lot of that type of thing, having them involved in the hobby. We just want, kids to walk away from the show. Mom, dad, grandma, can we go back? I love this. We're having a great time. And just, want to give them that lasting impression that I had when I was a kid at a card show. I was doing one of the old Paul Vard's little Collectors World shows up in Green Tree. Was my first card show ever. It's just, you have to give back to the hobby, and that's the most important thing.
So Dom had a good question. He says, "What's the age limit on those on those free goodie bags?"
It's a tough question to touch, Dom. It really is.
Because a lot of us are like kids at heart.
Without a doubt, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. We are going 12 and under, but we'll have some extra stuff, and we'll be giving away stuff to the kids and people all day long. So, definitely come on out to register. Some of the Barry's Art World stuff, I think there's 18 or 20 of the 11 by 14 prints of the downtowns that we're giving away, just part of our, register for giveaways for the door prizes, plus a whole bunch of hockey memorabilia, signed photos, cards, graded cards, you name it. All of the door prizes will be in the kiosk showcases during the morning of the show, and we're going to separate them via like every hour what's in each showcase. We're going to be giving it away, and I'm really proud to say, with the help from the promotion of my partners, Bryce Bergen, who's just Stay Classy Sports Cards. He's an absolute staple in the business right now. He's been in it 30 years plus, like myself. He has some amazing Stay Classy packs. They're like little mystery packs of different sports. A lot, his real popular ones are like the football packs, the baseball packs, rookie packs, that type of stuff. You want to talk about value. The value is unbelievable. They'll be at the show as well. He has $10 packs, $20, $30 packs, $100 packs, even $500 packs. And when I say the packs are loaded, stop by, buy a pack, and just be amazed of, the quality, the hits, just the diversity that's in the packs. It's pretty amazing. Every pack is guaranteed like an autograph and a memorabilia card. Just a lot of great quality, and you can actually check them up on Jabs. Someone just mentioned Eric Jabs. Jabs family YouTube creator like yourself. He has 138,000 followers, I believe, and that gentleman is just unbelievable. He has different every day. His content are breaks, debuting new products and everything. He specializes in baseball. Baseball's his thing. That's his passion. But any new baseball releases, anything like that, definitely check out Jab's family channel. He's amazing, and every day there's always constant contact, and you can become Patreon members for special breaks, and he does auctions once a week, and just an unbelievable member of the card community. A lot of the stuff, I've taken off of his site that he has done for people, and we're going to try and do at this show as well. And it's all about surrounding yourself with great quality people. We got quality dealers, people like yourself, Anthony. We're very appreciative for you and Chef coming to this show and setting up, and
we're excited, man.
Bringing the whole Pittsburgh brand to the show. And Michael, wish you could come up for the show, man. But our next show is going to be June 17th. Same location. We're going to rerun it.
And very cool.
Would love for you to come up, Michael. So if we can make that happen any way we can, I would greatly appreciate that. And, we'll talk and see what we can do to make that happen. Maybe do a little live remote from the show.
Oh, that'd be very cool.
Yeah, it'd be awesome.
That would be very cool.
Marty actually had a question, too, in regards to the next show. He was asking, is there any chance of maybe doing a trade night the night before?
It's all possible at this point. We are going to be expanding and just basically branding the PittsburghCardShow.com brand, and trying to make a bigger events here in the Pittsburgh region area. That is one thing that we're looking forward to here in the future, that we're going from 1-day shows to 2-day shows here in the near future. And at the 2-day shows, we could get the hotel. Right now we have like the Holiday Inn Meadowlands that we had special room rates with and everything, that we can use one of their conference room or ballrooms the night before the show for a lot of the guests that are coming in from out of town, plus our avid collectors locally. That the trade nights are wonderful to go to. You get a chance to meet other collectors, and it's just amazing way to help promote the business and what you do as well as collectors, dealing with other collectors and everything. We have look at the national scale of everything. The first couple trade nights was Ryan from Card Collector 2. Super, super great guy. I hope he comes out to the show. Ryan, if you're listening, remember us. We're a couple hours away. Come on out Saturday, March 25th. You're more than welcome. We'd love to have you. But Ryan started a collector's night at the National, and the first one was 40 or 50 people. Started in a small little ballroom there, and now last year there was well over 2,000 plus people at the trade night, and it was incredible. And what he has done up at Card Collector 2, and just the content and what he's done for the hobby, he's definitely a trend center and has had amazing contributions in the hobby today.
Yeah, he's a pretty nice guy too, man. Like, he's super approachable too, it shows.
Without a doubt. You could go up, get a picture with him. The kids, sign an autograph for and everything. Just you couldn't have had a nicer person to, represent the hobby in Ryan. So shout out to Ryan and Card Collector 2. Just one hell of a nice guy.
Question from Firestarter. He says, wondering what do you think will happen with a lot of these card shows with a lot of malls closing down, like in the States? Do you think that'll affect like a lot of the local shows?
Well, with the malls and everything, a lot of the shows are in busier malls right now. So, obviously when more malls shut down, one of the busiest malls back in the day was Century 3 Mall. And Century 3 Mall is now just a shell. It's still there. Nobody's been in the mall now for probably 15, 20 years. But, they had some of the best card shows in the world there. That was Mark Caputo back in the day at First and Goal. So, the mall trend and everything, with the economy and the way everything is today, we just don't know, how busy these malls are and, what the long-term standing up with the malls are. But a lot of the shows that are out there, Joe, he has a lot of the malls that he's had the same rotational malls now for years, and that's keep on going. And we'd like to start one over here in Washington, PA, and we'd love to keep that going and hopefully start our own traditions. And we're also going to be looking at different venues as well, a couple bigger venues, and just trying to expand the show.
I'm excited for it, man. I really am. Like when you first were starting to tell me about the vision for the Pittsburgh card show and kind of having like a bigger regional type show for the I mean, man, like we have such a vibrant scene here with the hobby as far as like card shops and stuff, which actually one thing that would be fun to do and maybe a future show, like we talked about a trade night, but one thing Chef and I love to do is for anybody that comes to Pittsburgh from outside of town that like wants to experience the hobby scene, I'd love to eventually put together like a Picksburgh pub crawl, which instead of bars, we hit up all the card shops, like all around Pittsburgh and the entire area, and just like show love to like all the owners because there's some like really stellar freaking.
Oh, absolutely.
That would be pretty cool.
Yeah, the Pittsburgh card scene is one of the most vibrant card scenes that I've seen in different cities. Just the number of really great shops that are out there. You know, we could name some. You know, we have Jeff up at Baseball Card Castle. Once again, he's been in the hobby for years, and you could not find a nicer guy. Just the selection and the ever-changing floor plan that he has. You're never going to go in the store, you know, twice within a week and see the same stuff out on the floor. Yeah. And that's the whole key to everything is just, you know, rotating your inventory and, you know, looking at different avenues, just like, you know, with the card shows. You know, you have the same type of dealers that come in, you know, show after show. A lot of them are going to have a lot of the same type of stuff and everything, which was why it was so important for us to get dealers from out of state to bring those in as well, just to bring another avenue. You know, if you're in Pittsburgh and you know you're a big Steeler card collector, you know, if you bring in someone from Tennessee or Maryland or South Carolina, whoever it might be, they don't have the big Steeler fan base as we do up here, but they're going to bring Steeler stuff that they have down in their area that maybe doesn't sell as much, but then they're going to come up here and buy Carolina stuff or, you know, another team that's popular in their location. That's one of the greatest things about card shows, you know, as a dealer wise and everything. You get to pick up inventory for your specific area, for your shop, for your store, and it makes it great.
Oh, yeah.
Definitely. So Don was asking who you personally collect. I know you'd mentioned Castro. Are there any other specific people that you're collecting right now?
Always my number one PC above all and foremost is Willie Stargell. Pops, he was my idol growing up. I was able to attend a lot of functions with him, with our family and everything. So we got to know Willie Stargell really well. So I have probably one of the greatest super collections of Stargell cards over the years. But everything else is for sale, and we'll be at the show on Saturday, March 25th.
Absolutely. I've been going through price and slabs pretty much all like evening. So like I'm gonna have like a crap ton of like really nice slabs available at my booth. Probably have some like bargainy type stuff too, but really gonna go heavy about bringing a lot of slabs with me this time around.
Yeah, I'm not sure if I mentioned my other partner as well in the show, Dan Rucci. Danny, he's amazing. He had a great setup as well. A lot of graded cards out there, a lot of PSA stuff. But one thing that I love with Dan's little tables that he has on his tables, he got $1 boxes, $3 boxes, $5 boxes, $10 showcases. I mean, it's just, you know, you have everything for different. Every collector is a little bit different. You know, you have the high-end collectors with the, you know, high-end cards that are in the showcases. You know, some of the $1, $3, and $5 boxes. I mean, who doesn't love box diving? You know,
absolutely.
I love going through dollar boxes and quarter boxes and all that fun stuff as well, because you never know what you're going to find.
Yeah. Typically, if I'm not setting up at a show, I'm literally digging through them boxes, and I'm always leaving with like at least one of these,
sure,
full of just dollar cards or $5 cards or like whatever, just like cheap stuff.
I wish I
look
could
at
leave
that.
with just one.
That's cool, Crafty.
Oh, that would be awesome, man. Would love to see you, man. Definitely come on out.
Oh, that's awesome. We love Cleveland. Matter of fact, Cleveland has a national next year. Can't wait to get out there for that. And, you know, we have a lot of great promoters in, you know, Europe in the Cleveland area. Every weekend in Ohio, there's at least 3 or 4 or 5 card shows. It's pretty amazing market for the card shows and everything. And that's what we love Pittsburgh to be, that, you know, on any given weekend, you know, you can pick up and go to a local card show and, you know, help expand the hobby and help what, you know, you collect and, you know, take the kids out and have a great time.
Yep.
Is that when you're laying out the tables and everything, is there a strategy for kind of who goes where, or is it more of, hey, you want to be a vendor, you sign up, you pick your table?
Well, we try and accommodate all of our vendors and everything the best way we humanly possibly can. There's different needs for different vendors. You know, we have a corporate area where our corporate area is, you know, supplied with power. They might have laptops, TVs, different avenues where they might need some electrical power. You know, people like Anthony coming out to the show, he'll have, you know, a couple TVs on his stand usually, and, you know, have some power there. So, you know, you have to separate where you put your vendors that need power. Then basically it's just, you know, some vendors might request to set up next to, you know, friends of theirs, you know, that type of thing. And you just try and accommodate them as much as possible because, you know, it's a big evolution circle. Without the vendors, without, you know, the customers, without the collectors, you don't have a card show. So, you know, if you treat your vendors right, you treat your customers right. You know, we do a lot of different things. You know, we'll have a little giveaway for our vendors before the show starts. We'll for, you know, the customers coming in, you know, like the door prizes and everything. You know, you just, if you treat people right, they'll treat you right, and that's what the hobby's all about.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely card shows are definitely, you know, cool. You know, just what's great is when you go, the truth is that it's automatically when you start talking to that vendor or you start talking to that guy next to you who's going through the dollar box also, you automatically have some kind of a small connection,
Oh, without a doubt.
you know, and it makes it so easy to talk and have a good time and everything. It's like you're never really alone. Even if you go by yourself, you're never really alone.
And you never know who you're going to run into. You know, I've seen people I haven't seen for years. You know, I'll be at the Philly show or Chantilly, that type of thing, and just run into someone out of the pure blue that I haven't seen for 5-10 years, and you're like instantly connected. You know, all card collectors out there, you know, it's just amazing the relationships you build within the community and the hobby. And, you know, people, it's just cards bring people together.
It most definitely does.
And you kind of touched on the question I was going to ask you next from Firestarter Breaks here. Do you do shows outside of the Pittsburgh area as well? I know the answer to this, but anything you'd want to expound beyond like the few shows you just touched on there?
Well, we're expanding the Pittsburgh Card Show.com brand. We're going to be doing more shows in the Pittsburgh area and expanding out a little bit. But, you know, the basis of the Pittsburgh Card Show is to be running shows, you know, within a vicinity of Pittsburgh, like Washington, PA. You know, we're probably 25, 28 miles outside of Pittsburgh, but it's still close enough. You know, you're straight shot down 79 and over to 70 to the card show. But we'll have future shows, you know, in the city regions and everything. But, you know, as a longtime vendor as well, you know, have set up shows nationally, from the Nationals to, you know, the Chantilly, the Philly show. There's a big show coming up in a couple weeks in Columbus that has some amazing autograph guests at that show. You know, we have some autograph guests at our show, sponsored by Highlight Reel Memorabilia. And Brian from Highlight Reel Memorabilia, just great guy. Bringing in a couple former Pirates, Manny Sanguian, Mike the Hitman Easler. We have some Pitt players, Phil Jerkovic, their quarterback, MJ Devonshire is going to be there. Just, a lot of great guests where, you have a chance to come out, bring the kids out, meet someone who's in the sports card business, come out, meet some of the athletes, former Steeler in West Virginia, Hall of Famer Mike Logan's going to be there.
McKeesport Mike.
Yeah, McKeesport Mike.
Mm-hmm.
And, he's a great personality and a great person to talk to at the card shows and everything. So we're happy with Brian and Highlight Reel Memorabilia of what he's been able to bring to this show. So we're looking forward towards that as well. And that's just another whole avenue of this show. It's great to have the autograph guests and everything. But, overall, it's everybody working together and just trying to make the show as best as it humanly possibly can be. And we want everyone to come out and have a great time.
Now, offhand, I'm going to say yes, but I don't have any inside knowledge. Mark probably does, but almost every Pittsburgh show I've ever been to, there's always at least one person that has a really awesome Pokemon setup, but typically there's several.
We have several people at the show that have amazing Pokemon setups. I know a gentleman from West Virginia in particular, Rob Neeson. His Pokemon stuff is just off the wall. It's pretty amazing. A lot of graded stuff and a lot of boxes to go through. I mean, you can take your son or daughter, come on out and just go through his boxes for hours of nothing but Pokemon stuff. It's pretty amazing.
Dom, everybody is welcome, regardless of geographic location. We even allow people that root for the Baltimore Ravens to come. It was hard for me to say those two words together consecutively, especially on a Pittsburgh-themed YouTube channel. But yes, even people that like the doo-doo pigeon birds are welcome to come to the Pittsburgh Card Show.
And there'll be a lot of Raven stuff at the show too. A lot of
how about the doo-doo brownies?
There actually will be, like, I believe it or not, there's actually a decent, like, all around, like, I mean, I don't really want to, Mark probably said this better than me, but like Cleveland has a decent, like, pickup radius in Pittsburgh as well, in my opinion.
Yeah, absolutely. There's a lot of Browns fans and a lot of people from Ohio that come down for the shows.
Sure.
I have a Browns box that I bring out to all the shows as well. Mm-hmm. And, the fans are awesome. The number one thing, we all love and root for our own teams. I love the Steelers. There's no other team but the Steelers for me. Mm-hmm. But, there's a respect for the Browns and the Ravens and even the Bungles. But it's all good. We don't shun from anything. Come on up, have a great time, because when we go to the shows in Cleveland area, they treat us with the utmost respect and everything. And it's just a really great base with card collectors. We all
has a nice little scene too. Like as far as like the shows they put on, like the Tozy show that they do pretty regularly seems to be pretty good. Or maybe that's Canton, but like still pretty much close enough.
Oh yeah, Michael Barnes, he has great shows. He's been a promoter for years. He has the Tozy show up in Canton and the Hartville show, which is a great drive if you're from Pittsburgh. Beautiful, like scenic drive. And when you get there, the first Hartville show I did was a couple years ago, and I just couldn't believe how amazing it was. And during the summer, they have a big tent that's outside as well, with a lot of card collectors underneath the tent, plus inside the building. But, definitely check out Michael Barnes' shows as well. And, that's one of the things too. We're here at Pittsburgh Card Show. We don't, it's not competition the way I look at everything. It's everyone helping each other out in the card community. If you're from Cleveland, if you're from Baltimore, it doesn't matter. It's all about helping the collectors out there and putting on the best show that you humanly possibly can for people, and just rolling with it and having a great time.
You never know what you're going to find.
Yeah.
One thing that's cool that I've seen, like I haven't seen this a lot with a lot of other show promoters, but one thing I've seen with you is you do cross promote a lot with a lot of the other show promoters. Like I would say out of the local shows I go to, over half of them I find out from your Facebook page. Like
Yeah.
you're literally like the Woj of local card shows to me. It's like, okay, what did Mark post? That's where I'm going.
Mark is on his phone.
Yeah,
No show coming up. No big shows happening.
And we try and promote it all, and you know, we respect the other promoters that are trying to go out and put on a great show for people. And it's all just about respect and, you know, helping people with social media the way it is today. You know, you can look at shows, you can look at live virtual shows. You can go on Whatnot and see a live virtual card show if you wanted to. You know, there's a card show every minute of every day on Whatnot, which I'll throw out there. Barry'sArtWorld.com, Whatnot, great channel. But, you know, it's just the whole avenue of the realm of everything. You know, once again, treat people with respect, respect the people in the business. It all comes back full circle. You know, we have other dealers coming in, other promoters that are coming to our show, doing our show, or helping promote their show at our show. Welcome. Come on in, pass out your flyers to everyone. I'm welcome for it. You know, the best and number one thing, and obviously the number one form of flattery is, you know, going to another show. I was just up in Xenia, Ohio at the Xenia show last weekend, and I went up, you know, bought some stuff because, you know, we're all degenerates. We just love buying stuff no matter where we go. But, you know, the show promoter couldn't have been nicer up there. Come on in, you know, pass out stuff to the dealers, you know, just super nice. It's all the respect in the card community and just helping each other out. Every once in a while, we might have the same show date and everything, and that's unfortunate. But, you know, we try and not plan different, you know, shows on the same dates as everyone because we want collectors to be able to fully go out on any given weekend and go see a great card show. And that's what we're doing here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and Mark is low key famous in like the card show scene, guys. Like, he's like a super humble guy, but like, man, like I remember the first time I met you, everybody was calling you Deals on Wheels, man. And then like me and Marty are in West Virginia, and literally like there was 3 different vendors talking about like all of these like amazing deals that they got off of Mark Hipsley that they were like out there cashing on and stuff. It was like super cool, man. Like, and then to see like you take all of these experiences that you've had over all the years, going to the nationals, to the really big regional shows, and then take all of that and then bring it like to your hometown, to like for everybody to like experience like that level of a show. Because I would say like the type of show that you're going to put on here just this weekend on Saturday, like Pittsburgh might get maybe one show this size like all year, if we're lucky, and like it's not very often. So like me personally, as like a collector, I'm pumped up about it. That's why when I found out you were doing it, I was like, whatever I can do to like be a part of it, I need to be, you know. But yeah, question here from Dom. And he is a big collector of socks, like different types of socks, like, you know, character socks or whatever. What do you think about collectible socks? Do you think it's a investable market?
That is one of the most interesting questions I've ever received. Dom, thanks a lot, buddy. But, you know, like anything, you know, there's a market for, you know, there's Funko collectors out there. There's people that love Funko Pops. There's people that collect comic books. There's people that collect cards and memorabilia. Hey, whatever you have and whatever you collect, have fun with it. I mean, now after I'm done here, I'm going to be, you know, Googling collecting socks right after this. I got to tell you that right now. So, Dom, thanks a lot.
I want to see a slab sock. Like,
oh my gosh.
Like if somebody needs one of those, Dom needs to have the first slab sock.
Hey, there's a market out there for everyone.
Bloody sock slab, man.
That would be amazing.
But yeah, everyone collects, you know, their own special thing, and that's what makes collecting great. You know, no matter what you collect, if it's cards, comics, socks, in this case, whatever it might be, have fun with it. That's the bottom line. You know, life's too short not to have fun.
For sure.
No, you're right. And that's what, you know, shows should be fun. Like you said, you know, there's enough room for everybody. You know, there's plenty of there's plenty of need for them, you know, with the way, you know, the market is right now. for buying singles and that type, especially from a singles collector perspective, because I mean, if you're not going to join breaks and try and get your team, we all know that retail, is okay. It's not great. It's not crap, but it's okay. But if you're looking for a higher end card, if you want that immaculate, or you want that, that Topps triple thread, it's going to be hard to find that, in a box somewhere, buying it in retail stuff, where you go to a show, you have a better shot at finding stuff you really want and stuff that you probably won't be able to see normally.
Well, sure. It's, the whole collector's edge to everything. No matter what you collect, if you're a player collector, a team collector, a sport collector, that type of thing, going to a show like this or any other show out there, you just don't know what you're going to see. You go to the National, you're going to see some of the most sickest, obscene cards you'll ever see in your life. The old barn find that had all of the Gaudies from years ago, all PSA 8, 9, and 10, and, just incredible cards,
Yep.
to see a 52 Mantle just out in the raw, you see, everyone sees a picture of it, but to actually see the card is amazing. And what's great, the National, you'll have collectors that might have, the $1 million Mahomes National Treasures card. And yeah, you want to hold it, you want to take a picture with it, no problem.
Yeah.
It's just how the card community is. The vendors are amazing. The collectors, can't say enough about them. It's just a great thing happening right now. And, it's like the perfect storm of everything.
Dom had a good question here that I actually forgot to actually ask you a few minutes ago. How long does it take you to plan out a show like this? How long does it take to set up, take down? Are there reserve times to enter and leave, like facilities, like just anything logistically you're willing to share with
Oh, sure.
somebody that would want to do this themselves?
Knowledge is key, and the more knowledge we can share and everything, the better. Just all depends on the show size and what the planning is. Like this show, we started planning basically in October of last year.
Oh, wow.
We wanted to make sure we got great marketing out there. We've hit a lot of groups on Facebook. We direct messaged a lot of those people in the groups to kind of give it that personal touch. I'm sure, Anthony, even you have got several direct messages, or maybe too many direct messages, or something in that avenue.
I don't knock your hustle, man. I spam people on my YouTube channel, so I get it.
It's just, as much stuff that we can get out there and information we can put out on Facebook, Instagram, newspapers, people like yourself on YouTube. It's all a little bit of advertising, giving out flyers at shows. It's all about promoting the show, the vendors, who you have there, what the show's about, what you're giving away, that type of thing. And it's a draw for people. The more you can offer someone to a show, the better off it is. And, you can never do enough advertising. You can never do enough promotion because there's always a one person that doesn't see it. And, that's why you have a backup show to everything. And our next one's June 17th. But, we're looking forward to see everyone coming out this Saturday.
Yeah, it's going to be amazing. So just out of curiosity now, you said you've been planning this since October. Do you typically, when you're starting out like a brand new venture, like if this is like your first ever show, do you typically say to take several months to plan that out? Or, if you maybe say it's a smaller scale show, would you maybe take less time to plan that out? Or being that it is a first time, you want to really make sure everything's done right?
Sure, it's all a person's comfort level and what they feel that they need to do to, properly plan out their show. There's some people that, believe it or not, they'll go to a show. Hey, we're going to do one next month. Okay, that's awesome. Some people do it every month. It's all what you personally are comfortable with. And, the more or the bigger the venue, the little bit more cogs are in the wheel that you have to, make sure everything's taken care of in the right way. And going back to Dom, the setup, the takedown, people reserve times to come in. Sure, that's all part of it. Some people set up the night before, early morning, the show the day of, and your breakdown and everything is basically how big your table is, how many tables that you have, and how much stuff that you have. There's people that have backdrops, they have live video like yourself. Different avenues that might take them a little bit more time to set up. And some people can come in, bring 3 or 4 boxes, rent some showcases, put their stuff in a showcase, and okay, I'm ready. Let's go. It's all what people have different setups and different levels of vendors, different levels of collecting. You have different box people with all the boxes to price out their boxes and put everything out on their tables, depending on how many tables that they have, that it could take them a couple hours to set up. It could take them an hour to set up. Everyone's a little bit different.
Yeah. So out of curiosity, if you were to give like a first time vendor coming to your show advice, like what kind of advice would you give them as to like what to bring, what to expect, like that type of stuff?
Basically, first of all and foremost, have fun with it. Don't stress yourself up about, your setup or anything, and just trying to be as professional as can be, have your stuff, marked for prices, or, just kind of separated, like if you have a baseball box or a football box or team boxes, some sort of organization, on loose cards, or, if you deal with all graded stuff and everything, just, some type of showcase, or, some people just come out and put it down on a table. There's no right or wrong way to set up for a card show. That's why, we're all individuals. We can, have different avenues or techniques. But what I've learned just over the years, you want to have something that, you can protect your investment with, the bigger cards that you have, put them in a showcase just for, your own security and security of the show and yourself. And, your loose cards and everything, just try and keep everything organized and make it user friendly for the collectors, and something that you can do a transaction and, don't have to have your phone out, looking for comps and this and that for 45 minutes while there's other people trying to buy stuff off you as well. And you're trying to work out, comps on 1 or 2 cards. If a lot of collectors will go out and they'll comp their showcases and everything, a couple days before the show, because prices always change on cards.
Yeah.
And, with the comps, one thing, if you're a new vendor, actually know what the comp is or how to get the comp. Don't look at the last sale. Don't look at the highest sale and say, well, that's my comp. Just, I'll use Shohei Ohtani. When he got really hot, started doing great pitching and hitting, MVP season, had a really rare Ohtani card. And the card was like maybe a $1,200 card before he got hot and everything. And, the last comp was like 6 months ago, before the baseball season ever even existed. Well, the last sale was this. You got a card that's numbered to 5. You can't really take a comp on a sale with a hot player and everything. So you just got to kind of, try and make the market, set the market that's out there, and truly understand what the market is. And, a card sale is a transaction between 2 people. A comp is a comp. That's great. But if you're looking for a card sale, sometimes you're under comps, sometimes you're at comps. All depends on what you want to do to make that sale. And that's what makes everything awesome, as a vendor, dealing with different collectors and everything. The more information that you have, that about the cards and everything, the better, because it gives you a better understanding where you can be price wise. The same thing for the collectors out there. You look at someone's showcase and you see a $200 card and you offer them $40 or $50, probably not going to happen.
Right.
It's just out of the realm. You can offer anything. That's like the same thing when you turn to eBay and there's the 1982 error card by I forget who the player is, and there's a $30,000 price tag on it. Come on, that listing will sit there forever and a day and then some. But it's just what someone will pay for a card, basically.
Yeah, I mean, you way I look at it, you either price your cards to move them or you price your cards to keep them.
True.
I mean, from that standpoint, I bet another thing, if you're a vendor and you're going to set up, you probably want to make sure you have plenty of cash also.
Cash is king.
You probably don't think about is change, and making sure that you can actually cash somebody out when they come up to your booth.
Yep.
Without a doubt. 1s and 5s are god at card shows, for a lot of vendors, and, always bring proper change, that, or a little bit of a bank that you can deal with and work with, and always want to have extra money on you too, because, people come up offering you cards, offering to sell cards. And my biggest pet peeve, I got to put it out there, vendors, have a brown lunch bag. Something someone buys buys cards off you.
Oh yeah.
Let them put the cards in something so they're not walking around with loose cards in their hand, because there's hundreds of tables at a show, and you don't know if it's cards they already bought or this or that. Give them a bag with the cards. It makes it so much easier. A bag of brown bags costs $2 or $3. It's a simple investment, make everything safe, and makes it a lot easier. Plus, if you're buying cards and you buy 40 loose cards out of a box, you don't want to walk around with them in your hand or in your pocket or anything else like that. Be professional, be courteous, give them a bag.
Yeah, so it's a really good point.
He meant to say open, not own.
Yeah. Dom wants to know, do you have any favorite products that you like to open?
I'm not a big ripper. I'm not like Marty. Chef is just the most insane person I've seen open up boxes in my lifetime.
Oh yeah, you have actually witnessed that in person, haven't you?
Oh yeah, I've seen him open up a box and wow, I didn't get the case hit. I got to go buy another box and another box. He gets the case hit. It's just amazing, and I'm really excited to actually go to your guys' table, because I'd love to see what everything Chef has out there.
He has an insane collection, man. It's wild. Like just the stuff he's bringing.
It's unbelievable, and I can't wait for it. Chef is a great guy. Marty is, unreal, and just to see all the stuff that he has, and that's one of the great things about going to a show. Marty is one vendor, and you have other vendors. I don't think they open up stuff as crazy as he does, but it's just neat to see what everybody has. And that's the greatest thing about the show, is you go around and everyone's tables are a little bit different.
Yep, absolutely. Yeah, I'm definitely going to be bringing some of my nice Pittsburgh stuff, even though it's going to be really hard for me to part with it. But I can't come to the Pittsburgh card show and not bring some Pittsburgh fire. Like, I just feel like that'd be wrong of me.
Oh, absolutely. And, like I said, people collect everything. You have people coming from all over, people from Cleveland. They're going to be looking for Cavs stuff, and it's hard to say, Guardians. Still not used to the whole Cleveland Indians being Guardians now, but
yeah,
that's hard to keep up with. But everybody looks for something, and regional stuff as well. There'll be a ton of Pittsburgh stuff. The Pittsburgh message boards and groups are on fire with the card show right now. It's a great opportunity to come out, meet other people that are in those groups with you, and other fellow collectors. It's going to be a great time.
Yep, absolutely. So yeah, guys, 9 to 4 this Saturday. Make sure you come out, Washington, PA. The website's pinned. So if you're watching this on replay, if you click on the live chat, you can access the website. I'll also link it in the description below. So if you are watching this on replay and you don't feel like looking through all the chat, just click the description and I'll have PittsburghCardShow.com link there as well. So definitely want to encourage you guys to check that out. If you're able to make it to Pittsburgh this Saturday, please do. If you can't, like I said, I will be live streaming the majority of it on this channel. So make sure you hit that subscribe button and come back on Saturday. But if you can't, start planning to come next month or not next month, but June to the next show that's coming, because it's definitely going to be a big event that you're not going to want to miss. Especially if you're able to make it. If you're within a couple hours, definitely come on out.
And we got people coming from all over, which is pretty awesome. We're really appreciative to all the collectors out there and the dealers out there. Because once again, without the collectors and dealers, there would be no Pittsburgh Card Show. So we appreciate you guys, and we appreciate all the dealers. And one more dealer I got to talk about too, 740 Sports Card Supplies. We all use supplies for all of our cards and everything.
Absolutely.
Guy's amazing. Jeremy, he's a direct BCW guy, and the prices, what he's bringing, we have a couple advertised prices up on the website. But, just regular top loaders, $75 a case. That's $2 a pack. Penny sleeves for $57 a case. When you talk about the shipping and what you go into a card show, that type of deal. It's just, you're not going to find cheaper prices. And if you're looking at his setup right there, it's Jeremy at 740 Sport Card Supplies. It's unbelievable that he has like 140 different unique products, and they'll all be at the show on Saturday.
That's awesome. Yeah, I mean, that's a great deal too. And those are tough to even find at Walmart nowadays. You know what I mean? Like top loaders. And if you do find them, they're like like high rate,
So it's like $6 for a box for a one pack.
Yeah. I mean, I'm definitely going to swing by there and grab some, at the very least, some penny sleeves, because I'm always running out of penny sleeves.
Well, Marty needs about 3 cases of penny sleeves.
Marty was actually the one who told me, even before Mark mentioned this, that they were going to be there because he wants to pick up a bunch of penny sleeves. So, yes,
looks like Marty might need the whole right side of that table over there for all his stuff.
He very well might, just for what he's about to open and rip at the show, most likely. I know
he'll just go right there and do his ripping. This way he'll buy as he rips. Oh, I need one more. Oh, I need one more.
Yeah. I know he's planning on making some trades at this show. Have you noticed a lot of trading at a lot of the shows that you've been a part of in the past, Mark?
Oh, without a doubt. And, as, the community just gets stronger and stronger, and you have a lot more younger people that are out there, everyone's walking around with their little case of cards and, their Zion case or, whatever it might be. And, everyone's looking to trade, to sell, to, whatever. And buy, sell, trade, bring it all. We're there Saturday. We're going to be waiting for you.
Yep. I do know that typically there are going to be some dealers there that will buy too and trade with people. I've made trades at some of these local Pittsburgh shows before. I know Chef's been making a ton of trades lately at a lot of these local shows, just with a lot of the PSA slabs he's been getting back. He's been taking and kind of relaying those into like a whole bunch more wax and stuff like that. So it's been interesting.
Oh, yeah, a guy that Justin down at Kells.
Yeah.
He has a shop down in Bridgeville, PA, not far from where the show is. He'll have a table at the show, and I know he'll be buying like crazy.
That's cool.
To help supply his store, and a lot of guys that have shops will be there buying as well.
Yeah.
So, bring your cards out. If you have collections, bring those out. If you want to sell a collection, there's going to be a lot of people in the room buying. Bring them on out.
Absolutely. Cool. So, I want to make sure we don't keep you too long this evening. Is there anything that you want to get out that we haven't discussed yet about the show coming up this weekend?
My only thing, come on out, have a blast, have fun at the show. Make sure you register at the main kiosk, the show kiosk, for all the door prizes, because definitely take a look at the door prizes when you come out to the show. You're going to be amazed at some of the stuff we're giving away. I know just with the packs, the autographs and stuff that we're giving away alone, it's in the thousands of dollars. You might have some people go out and give away a couple little blaster boxes or whatever. Not us. We're giving away more in 1 hour at our show than most shows have given away, period. And we're doing it for 4 hours of the show.
You probably would, Dave. I mean, depending on how long of a flight it would take, you probably would, man.
Oh, we have a couple people from Arizona that just called the other day. They're coming in just for the show from Arizona.
He'd be a little further. He's coming from Australia.
Oh, come on in from down under, mate. You're more than welcome.
You would love it, Dave. If you do come in, man, we'll definitely take you on one of them. We were talking earlier. Eventually, I want to start something, the Pittsburgh pub crawl of card shops. So you're definitely somebody I would take on that trip, all the different card shops. But what is LA to Pittsburgh?
3,200 miles and about a 5-hour flight.
Yeah, it's about 5 hours. I'll actually be heading there next week, actually, believe it or not. Going to.
Yeah, I heard there's a big event next weekend.
Yeah. Going to watch this chick wrestle. Yeah.
WrestleMania, man. Hey, that's on a bucket list. Enjoy that.
I'm pumped, man. I can't wait.
And one thing I'm really happy for, too, there's a lot of wrestling cards. We all collect wrestling cards. So I know there'll be a lot of wrestling cards at the show as well. So that's something I'm looking forward to personally.
Yeah, I'm going to be bringing a bunch personally, too.
Great. More money's got one. But, yeah, once again, we appreciate you guys. I appreciate you having me on the show tonight.
Yeah, anytime, man.
Just want to, welcome all collectors. Come on out. It's going to be a great show. Dealers from 8 different states, tons of giveaways. Just looking to have a great time. Want to meet a lot of collectors. Come on up and say hi. I'll be the guy that's in the scooter, buzzing around, deals on wheels, ready to make it happen for you.
Yep.
And, just looking forward to everything, at the show, and looking forward to meeting fellow collectors, and, just want to reach it out there. We're 2 days, 9 hours, 46 minutes, and 22 seconds away. So we are looking forward towards it and counting. So, once again, it's a Washington Crown Center, 1500 West Chestnut Street, Washington, PA, 15301. Doors open at 9 o'clock. Scheduled shows 9 to 4, but in all reality, we'll be running later than 4 o'clock. For all the vendors, you're more than welcome to stay. Collectors, 4 o'clock, I'm not going to shut the doors. Enjoy your time. Have a great time at the show. Register for the door prizes and giveaways. I just want to thank, the fellow vendors that have helped promote the show. And that's another thing too. Back in the day, vendors would be kind of cutthroat with each other. It just shows how the hobby and the community has changed over the years. I've had nothing but great support from vendors like yourself, Anthony, and other vendors that have posted, reposted, done live things here, because the more people come out to the show, the better the vendors will be doing. And once again, it's all about the card community and helping out the card community. And, I just want to thank my partners, Bryce Bergen and Danny Rushi. Without these two guys, and a special shout out to Lori, Bryce's wife. This woman is incredible. Without her, none of this would be happening. She's one of the most incredible human beings I've ever seen out there. Bryce, you're a lucky guy. And she has done amazing stuff. She's done a lot of the flyers, and she's put a ton of work in the show. And I just want to give a shout out to Lori. Thank you so much for all your help with the show. And, all of our vendors, our corporate sponsors, Adam, Card Gallery 25. Love you, brother. Looking forward to having you at the show. Barry's Art World, we appreciate everything that they have done. First and Goal Sports, Mark Caputo, South Hills Village Mall, one of the best guys in the business. And, of course, Jessica and her husband from Nash Cards, just amazing people. We're so happy and fortunate to have them as one of the main sponsors for this show.
Yeah, they're a big deal, Nash Cards. Like, a lot of people don't realize how big they are. But I remember, what was it, 2 years ago, Michael, when we went to the National together? Peter from SGC, the president, like literally was like pumping them up in his booth.
Oh yeah,
like, these are our like biggest, like if not biggest, but like one of our biggest group submitters. You know what I mean? And I guess before they were one of the biggest SGC group submitters, they were also one of the bigger PSA group submitters as well. So, yeah, I mean that was a big get, man. Like that's that. If you're not going to have like PSA or SGC or one of them companies at the show, like you got like the next best thing. It's basically the guy who takes thousands of submissions for them every month anyway.
And it's nice submitting with them. Like, I'm a big SGC guy. I love the black borders on everything, and that's what I put all my PC stuff in because I just love the cases. It's great submitting with them because of the volume that they do. They have a little bit of a tie, like they're the number one SGC submitter in the country. So they kind of move up the ladder a little bit quicker, and you'll get your cards back a day or two quicker. And we all submit our cards, and the number one thing, we can't wait to get them in the mail.
right.
The best mail days are when you get the tracking number, your cards have popped, you know what your grades are. But even though you know what the grades are, you can't wait to see the cards. That's great about Nash Cards and everything. They'll be there at the show taking submitters. And something I did not know, one of our local guys from the Card Gallery 25, Adam, one of the show sponsors, is a really big SGC submitter as well. Oh, nice. He is I'll use the air quote, Pittsburgh specialist when it comes to accepting graded cards for SGC. So, nice. Talk to him at the show, visit him. He has the biggest booth at the show. So, definitely go check him out in all the tables that he has at the show. So we're very fortunate to have Adam at our show. So Adam, there's a little shameless plug for you there, brother. Just go check him out. He has some great stuff as well. He just bought a huge collection himself, over $500,000 collection. So I'm really excited to see a lot of the stuff that he has at the show as well.
That's really cool.
So, we're happy for our sponsors. We love the dealers that we have for the show. We love the support that we're receiving from the dealers. And really, we see like the live streaming here. We're just excited about, a lot of the live streams happening on Saturday, just taking the card show to another level as well. And just, want to have everyone come out, have a great time, enjoy the card community. And, like I said, I just wanted to thank, my partners, Bryce and Dan, and Lori for all her help. Like I said, without her, it's been amazing. I'd like to thank my wife for listening to every card conversation and phone call and everything that we made. I've basically driven her completely nuts over this card show.
I'm sure.
It's all good. And, want to thank the predecessors that, we learned a lot of from, ahead of time. People like Mark Caputo, Joe Shedlock, the effing show king. He's the best.
Yeah. He really is probably the most consistent show promoter in Pittsburgh. Like he's always running a show.
Hands down. You can't go a couple months in the Pittsburgh area without going or, having a show from Joe. And Correct. He's been doing it for years, pre-pandemic. He's been doing it for 25 plus years or longer. And he's just one of the most amazing individuals you can actually have in the card market, especially in the Pittsburgh area. So thank you, Joe. Thank you for your knowledge. Thank you for your help. And, it's all about the other promoters and everything as well. We're one big community. We're here to help each other, period.
Yep. Dave, I will be live streaming. My booth will probably stream for at least a few hours. We'll also be doing a live break, and we'll be giving away at least one team on the live stream too. So somebody who's watching live will actually be able to participate in that. But the rest of the break will be given away to like people live at the show. But yeah, we'll definitely be streaming my booth, so you guys will get to see like, you know, any kind of sales that I'm making, or, you know, just hang out with me and Marty for a little bit. And I'd imagine at some point I'll have Marty watch my stuff and I can walk around and show you guys a little bit of the action that's going on. So it should be a lot of fun.
So you're doing one team for your live stream people, Anthony?
What's that?
You're giving away one team for all your live stream people?
Yeah, I was planning to do one team, so that way they could feel like they're part of the thing too, if that's cool.
Absolutely. And let me match that. I'll do a team as well for your live stream visitors. Oh, wow. And, you know, let's get them more involved. And we appreciate everyone taking the time to, you know, take a look at this, you know, to check you out. You and Michael have been doing this. This is your Baker's Dozen, episode 13.
Yeah.
And every Wednesday, 10 o'clock, it's a good watch. And, you know, you learn a lot about the card community. And I really appreciate people like you guys. You guys are awesome.
Thank you very much.
You, man. And Dave, I echo this too, man. Like, and Mark's a good guy. Like, his heart's in the right place. He genuinely cares about the hobby, which is like super cool. So yeah, I really think this is going to be a major success too. I think people are going to come out in droves to support you for this. Yeah, Marty will definitely be ripping.
Oh yeah. Doors open at 9 o'clock, and I have a feeling Marty might be 1 or 2 boxes already at that time indoor.
Oh yeah, I'd be shocked if he's not.
So come on out for that show alone. Watch Marty rip, and that's worth the price of admission alone. Which, by the way,
it really is. Because if you want to see like the best card in a set, he's probably going to rip until he finds it.
Absolutely, the guy is a legend.
He
Chef,
really is.
The best. I appreciate you.
Yep. Michael, is there anything you wanted to share before we let Mark go, or any last second questions you had for him?
No, just thank you very much. Good luck this week. I hope it is more successful than you could ever imagine, and that it just keeps building for the future. And, you know, and I wish you nothing but, you know, as much success as humanly possible, you know, on Saturday. I hope everything goes off so great that people are going to be clamoring for the next one, and then the one after that, and then the one after that.
Hey, we're here. I appreciate that, Michael. I appreciate the kind words. You know, like I said, people like yourself and Anthony, staples in the card community, and, you know, every week you're helping the card community and, you know, throwing other things out there. And, you know, just a couple episodes ago when you had the mail-ins for the autographs, dude, that was one of the best shows I've ever seen on the internet, period. You know, just, you know, hopefully there's some people out there that are now sending out stuff to players, and hopefully they're getting some autographs back. You know, it's just all about the hobby. You know, everyone's in one big circle in the hobby, and right now the hobby is alive and well. And, you know, we're really just fortunate enough to be a good, you know, a nice part of the hobby. And we appreciate all the vendors. We appreciate all the collectors, and can't wait. This Saturday, March 25th is Saturday. And, you know, can't wait to see everyone there, Washington Crown Center.
Excellent.
You doing ripping ships tomorrow, Michael?
I am. Man, we did the first one. Boy, we had pulled number cards, pulled a couple autographs and everything. It's pretty good. Pretty good. We'll be live tomorrow. I believe it's 9 o'clock.
Awesome. 9 Eastern.
Come and hang out. Have some fun. Talk the hobby.
I do have Michael's channel linked down below, guys. So if you're not already subscribed to Huddle Card Collection, we will be live on his channel next week. Do you want to share any info you got on any guests or anything coming up?
Oh, yeah. We have American Arbitrage cards. Now, for our reselling friends, you may know him as American Arbitrage. He's Kerry. He does a podcast with Trash to Cash with NC Picker and Commonwealth Picker, Kevin and the other guy's name just surprised me. Sorry. Oh, Dave and Kevin. Started watching him and just reselling. he does, he is now doing cards, doing card videos, same type of stuff, man. Not, super high end, that middle to lower, and he has a process he goes through. So we're gonna talk to him, and it's gonna be a lot of fun. And he watches a bunch of your stuff.
Oh, nice.
That's what he told me. He goes, I know Picksburgh.
Oh, cool.
I mean, it's like everybody. I think I'm gonna go ahead and find somebody, and all of a sudden they go, "Oh, I know Pittsburgh." I'm like, "Damn it!"
Well, that's awesome.
Yeah.
So I guess one last question that brought something up in my mind, Mark. Do you find that a good bit of like the overall market is that like middle to like low end stuff? Because like from what I see a lot like in the content and stuff, it's like all of like the super crazy high end stuff. But like what I've been seeing a lot come out in content lately is there's a lot of people like, because myself, like my bread and butter's always been like $1 to $5 cards. You know what I mean? Like I'll go to card shows all day and just like buy 2 rows of that crap and like eat all day off of it. But in your opinion, like over like longevity, like do you is the market like super high end cards, or would you say like the majority of the vendors are peddling like normal-ish type stuff, like me and Michael, like the low to middle end type stuff?
Well, basically, when you're collecting, there's a market for everybody. There's people that go nothing but high end. You go to the Dallas Card Show or the National, and you can look at a plethora of cards that are just some of the sickest cards you'll ever see. The 101s, the amazing patches, the autographs. Hell, last year at the National, I saw the LeBron James Upper Deck 16 autograph, booklet of all LeBron James, 16 different LeBron James photographs and 16 LeBron James autographs, all on the same booklet. Stuff, you'll never see that again. But, there's a collector and a market for all that type of stuff. But, my overwhelm, feel on everything is, there's people that are, dime and quarter box people. I know a couple of people that just come to shows and sit at all the quarter boxes and just sit there for hours. They're in their absolute glory, having all the fun in the world, pulling out, hidden gems or people that they collect, or, something that they could possibly turn for a profit, put it in a lot and put it on eBay, or, set up and put it at their tables at their shows as well. But, there's, a partner in the show, Dan, he has a lot of $1, $3, $5 boxes, $10 showcases, that type of stuff. And it's all volume. And some of those boxes are so loaded, it's unbelievable. I truly, take the time, go through some boxes. The gems are amazing. The cards are amazing that you can find in those boxes. And those are, the type of cards you can find and, later on send, the $10 boxes and that type of thing, send them out and get graded. And you can buy a card for $10 that might be a $15, $20 card. It comes back a PSA 10, and now you're looking 5 times that. So you're looking $75 to $100 card that you got out of a $10 box. There's your profit right there.
Yep.
Yeah.
And, there's people that do nothing but that when they go to shows, and that's awesome. There's a different budget for everybody. You could go to the show with, a couple dollars in your pocket. A kid that has, the $20 from grandma, you could have a couple hundred. You have buyers there with thousands of dollars on them, buying tables, buying people out, buying high-end cards. It's what's great about the community is you just never know, never judge a book by its cover. You may see a guy that pops up and just looks like your average Joe, and he might, buy every high-end card that you have. You just never know. And that's what's great about the hobby. There's, a different type of collector, and there's different type of collections, and with all the vendors and everything, you have vendors that have nothing but dime boxes or, mystery packs. Bryce, he has the Stay Classy packs that are amazing. Might be the best value I've ever seen in the hobby, period. So stop by, buy a Stay Classy pack and take a look, or go to Jab's Family on YouTube. There's a lot of Stay Classy packs that he opens up on YouTube, or, gives away that type of deal. They're amazing. They're heavily loaded, and you get a lot of bang for your buck. There's people that are looking for nothing but graded cards. That's what makes the hobby so unique and so great. There's a little bit of something for everybody.
Yeah. That was actually something I was actually considering, man. Like, what if there was like a repack product that like every single pack was a banger?
It's a way some dealers can, move some of their inventory. I know like Bryce, he'll buy a lot of big bulk collections. Then he passes them on to collectors. He doesn't want to sit on, thousands and thousands of cards like we are here. But he'll pack them up in his Stay Classy packs and pass it on to the consumer, to the collector. And you go buy a blaster box at Walmart or Target for $20-$25, or you can buy a Stay Classy pack. I guarantee you, unless you hit something crazy out of that blaster or something, the Stay Classy packs 98 times out of 100 are going to be a much, much better buy, because you're getting a variety of cards. You're guaranteed some type of hit in the packs, autograph card or a patch card or game use card or both. And they're amazing packs, and a lot of different collectors do that as well, not only just Bryce. You'll see mystery packs out there, but you'll see the people that have the better mystery packs that are longevity. It's all about the long haul and being consistent with everything. And you put a quality product out there, you're gonna have people coming back for a very long time buying that product. And he's been doing the mystery packs for a while, and it's a good buy, and it's just amazing what some of the stuff is in there. I look at the stuff and I want to buy mystery packs off of them with all my stuff I have and everything, and I just can't believe some of the stuff that he puts in his packs as well. So, and like I said, Bryce isn't the only guy that's doing that out there. Just take your chances and see what's out there. Hey, every time you open up a wax product, it's a mystery. You just don't know.
True.
So
yeah, I mean, I find lately a lot of like at least retail stuff I've opened, like I've walked away very like, like it's not very, because like you said, you could very well not hit anything opening up any kind of pack. So the fact that Bryce at least guarantees something is pretty cool. So it looks like Blaze is probably coming to the show. Really hope to see you there, brother.
Nathan W is going to be at the show.
Awesome, Nathan, man. Really hope to see you there too, man. Come by the booth and say what's up to me if you can, man. Love to see you there. Make sure you stop and say what's up to Mark too. But yeah, anybody that is coming, we'd love to see you. Stop by the booth, say hello. Definitely be doing some giveaways. So yeah, any last second things from either one of you guys before we start to wrap it up?
I am good. I appreciate the opportunity to come on your show. And I help promote our show and talk about the hobby. And anytime you want to talk about the hobby or any other, avenue with the hobby, I'll be more than welcome to come on with you guys. You guys are awesome.
That's awesome. Thank you.
You're welcome anytime, brother. You're a wealth of knowledge, and you're just a good dude. So thank you again for this. I really appreciate your time tonight.
Michael, Anthony, thank you so much. And once again, Washington Crown Center, Saturday, 9 to 4. 2 days away. Let's go.
Yep. I'm looking forward to it. I'll see everybody there. Make sure you stop by the booth and say what's up. Till the next show, guys. God bless it. Make sure you sub over to Michael's channel, though, at Huddle Card Collection, because we will be back on his channel next week. Also, live from the show this Saturday. My channel will be live, so make sure you swing by there if you're not going to physically be there. I'd rather see you in person, but if you're not going to be there in person, at least say what's up in chat. I'd appreciate it.
Yep.
But we will see you guys later on.
All right, gentlemen. Good night.